Hey guys, welcome back to Bowls Fan TV, and today we're doing another tier list video. This one is about League of Ireland clubs based on size, so this is gonna probably spark a bit of controversy. I've got these are the categories or the tiers anyway. Massive, so that's obviously like biggest in the league, I suppose. Big, which is like it's not quite massive, but still big. Average, not a small club or a tiny club, but not a big club or a massive club either. Small, so not quite a small club, but not quite tiny and tiny. Just club really, it's nowhere near kind of massive or big. So first team we have the Bohemians, obviously. Gonna try not to be biased. But I think we are a massive club. Like, if you look at the past achievements that we have, 11 league titles, 7 FAI Cups, or the longest, I think us and Pats are like the longest running clubs in the country. To have not been relegated. We've been in the league since it started. So I think for that you've got to put us in massive. I know we probably haven't been a massive club over the past sort of 10 years or so, but I think if you look at our history, we are a massive club. Um, Next is Shells. Now I know we kind of take the piss out of Shells a little bit. We kind of say, oh, they're a small club, but I still think they are quite a decent sized club. Obviously, you look at their honours. They've got like 13 league titles, which is like I think more than us. But we won't say anything about that. But I think Shells are a big club. Are the average? I think they're a big club. They're not quite on our level, but I still think they're a pretty decent sized club, I suppose. I know I don't like giving them much credit, but we can put them in big. Derry. I don't know. I think Derry are probably a pretty average size club. You know, I think they've only won about two kind of League of Ireland titles. I think about five FAI Cups around that. Um, which isn't probably great, but I think if you look back at the history of the club, I think it is a big club, but I don't think it's quite at the level of kind of Bowls, Shells, other clubs I'm going to put up there. But, they've a good fan base. They've been here a while now, and they're a good club. I like Derry, but I don't think they're quite on the level of the teams in big and massive. Um, Dundalk now. I think you've got to put them in massive as well. Just given their history, they've won 14 League of Ireland's, 12 FAI Cups, been in the Europa League group stages twice. I think that's pretty impressive, isn't it? We've got a good fan base, very loyal. We've had a lot of very good players in the past, so I think they definitely belong in massive. Um, I know they kind of had a bit of a period where they were kind of a mid-table kind of club, but I think over the years now they've really um, they've really transformed into this big kind of giant kind of club, I suppose, in the League of Ireland that used to kind of win everything, didn't they? Maybe not so much anymore, but they're still a huge club. So that's why I'm putting them in massive. Sligo, I think are pretty kind of. I don't know. I think they're somewhere between big and average. I think they've got a good history. Obviously, they won the league there in 2012, not so long ago. I think they've won a few league titles, a couple of FAI Cups as well. I think. Let me just check that actually. No, I think I checked there. Three league titles, five FAI Cups. Now, pretty decent. They've got a good history of bringing through players. Obviously, Seamus Coleman is playing in the Premier League now, and good fan base. They- obviously they did really well in Europe this year as well. So I think they're pushing that big, but maybe not quite. So I'm going to put them in average. Next to St. Pat's, I would probably put them in big. Um, I think some people would probably say they're massive, but nine nine league titles, four FAI Cups. Not too bad. That's pretty decent. Obviously, most recently winning it last year. Um, good fan base. like I said earlier, us and Pats have kind of, I think they're the only two that have been in the league since it started all those years ago, and they, they've been there ever since. Like I said, they've got a good fan base. They always generate a good atmosphere. Doing well in Europe this year. They were knocked out last night by Sofia, but they made a good account of themselves. So yeah, I think Pats are a big club. Um, Drogheda, I think are probably a small club. Maybe I don't know. I probably would put them in small. Listen, I know Drogheda have a good fan base, but I think their honours, I think one league title, one FAI Cup. I know I think they had a good bit of success. So all those years ago, but I think in recent times they haven't really had much to shout about. I think they have struggled this year, but they do have a good fan base to be fair to them. But I don't think they're that kind of club that can kind of compete with the likes of us and Dundalk and other teams that put massive on that kind of level of big or massive. But no, I think some people may think that's a bit harsh, but I think looking at their honours, they just haven't really won a lot, have they? UCD, listen, I think they probably have to go on tiny. I know like they're only a college kind of team, but they won one FAI Cup in the 70s, I think. But not to be fair to them, they were in Europe not so long ago, and I think they got a good result against the Lounge, I think the team that we played. And they have generated a lot of great talent. Likes of names are escaping me at the minute. Robbie Benson and players like that, obviously Georgie Kelly, players that have gone on to play in England. So maybe that's a bit harsh to put them in tiny, but I suppose if you look at their honours, they've only won one FAI Cup, and they're kind of a team that are just, they've won it that are maybe a bit too good for the first division, but not good enough for the Premier. Shamrock Rovers, listen, I can't stand them, but I think they're going to have to go on massive, aren't they? 19 um, league titles, 25 FAI Cups, that's very, very good, isn't it? Listen, can't stand them, but I think they've got to go on massive. So I don't want to lick their arse too much. So we'll move swiftly on to the Finn Harps, who are the last team in this, and I think they're probably going to have to go on small. Um, I think it's one FAI Cup that they won back in the 70s. But I think to be fair, they did well in kind of in Europe. I think they qualified for European competition. I think four times in the 70s, which is decent. But in recent years, they just haven't really had much to shout about. They kind of their goal is just kind of stay in the division, not really push for anything more than that. Um, but I don't really mind Finn Harps. I know they're awful to play against, but I just think, look at their honours. They've won one FAI Cup. I think a lot of the teams I have here, like Trogs and Finn Harps, and they've had a lot of success back then, but maybe not so much in recent years. I suppose you could say the same about Bowls even as well. Like your football's massive. Over the past 10 years, have we really kind of put like you know done anything really that's been wow amazing? We haven't won any league titles or cups or anything in the past 10 years. I think it's what 2008 was the last time we won the cup, in 2009 for the league. But I suppose we've done well in recent years, and I think just look at the history of the club. It's massive, obviously. But that's it. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you think. Feel free to use this tier list as well on the tier maker app or whatever. But yeah, let me know your opinions on it in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.